Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Flip with me and my co-host Matt Shirley, the console king himself. All right, guys. So today we're live in school again. So if you are inside of school, or if you're not inside of school and you're watching this on YouTube or something, feel free to join. We are doing like live Q&As and stuff towards the end. And yeah, so if you guys aren't familiar with the show, this is the Smart Flip where we talk about all things phone flipping, buybacks, teaching people how to start, grow, and scale a electronics reselling or buyback business.
Yep.
With that being said, today we're going to be going over some other stuff, some stuff that I've been working on. I actually just shared a video about it on YouTube today. You guys will start seeing a couple more videos come out on YouTube as well outside of the podcast here pretty soon as well. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, with that being said, today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Evergreen ad ecosystem that I've been able to create that our clients are using, and it's working very very well. So with that being said, let's get started. Matt, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm chilling, Chris. I'm just pivoting between packing up consoles, shipping them off, and hopping on the podcast, bro.
Heck yeah! All right. All right, guys. So today, like I said, I want to talk about my Evergreen Ads ecosystem that I've been cultivating for the past couple of months. We've rolled it out to our reseller clients, and it is working very, very well. So I want to say this because the future of ads, in my opinion, is video. It's going further and further that way. Um, Static ads have been kind of on the downhill for a couple of years at this point. Um, and that's kind of across the board a little bit. It really, like, especially with phones, though. People are just kind of numb to those ads at this point. If you go back on my YouTube channel, you can actually see some of the older videos that I did with those ads and things like that. And it was the way to go back then, but now it's a little bit different. Things are changing. So, with that being said, we got to make changes as well. So, the Evergreen Ads ecosystem is something that I've kind of gone over, and there is a video in YouTube now for it where it kind of displays the whole thing, the way that I do it with the retargeting and stuff like that. It's not a full walkthrough. That's not something I'm going to put up. Probably it'll probably be Recelerator only. But with that being said, yeah, I just want to be very clear. Like that's more than likely the way forward with ads. Uh, so I kind of, you know, how do I want to phrase this on the podcast? Matt, how about you ask me a question about the Evergreen Ads framework? Um, that way I can verbally put it out there correctly.
Yeah. Okay. So, Chris, can you tell us what is Evergreen Ads attempting to accomplish?
So basically, the goal? Well, this is kind of a accident that I kind of stumbled upon, right?
Okay.
But Evergreen Ads, you have your number one Evergreen ad, right?
Mhm.
Oh, hey Marco, what's up, dude? How is he on the thing? Okay, I guess I got unpin me. Well, I guess it's one of those calls today. That's fine. I don't know how that happened. It was supposed to be a webinar, but whatever. So Evergreen Ads, basically the way they work is they're meant to build a ton of trust very, very quickly, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's basically a video out of you on a video with your face talking about what you do, how you help people, and stuff like that.
Okay.
With the electronics space, it's like, hey, my name is Chris. I run Bell Electronics. I'm looking to buy MacBooks, iPads, smartwatches, cameras, and more. Um, Here's how to contact me. Message me below. I'll send you a quote for your device. And that's basically how the first ad works, right? It's
Right.
very, very basic.
Okay.
What the magic of the whole thing, though, is number one. We talked about this with Victor on the podcast a few months ago,
Mhm.
but it basically turns you into some sort like kind of like a little celebrity, right?
Yeah.
Um, in the way that the whole thing works, where people start noticing you and stuff like that. And that's here we go. Well, let me pin me and Matt here. Oh, I can't double pin people.
It's all good.
Uh-oh. Something happened. Sorry, guys. We're still figuring out how to do this on school. I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to, but whatever. Um, okay, we'll just leave it like that. It's fine. What's up, Marco? What's up, Thomas? Um, but the magic happens with the retargeting, right? So Facebook allows you to retarget people that watch a certain amount of time on the video. So
Okay.
one of my mentors, Laurel, she recommended that you retarget people that have watched at least 25% of the video, right?
Mhm.
And when they do that, you can retarget them because now there's some interest, right,
Yeah.
with it,
Yeah.
and that's basically how it works. Is like
Okay.
you're running another ad behind your original ad for very cheap, by the way, like $1 to $3 a day, and you're talking to people that had a lot of interest in what you were doing, but likely weren't quite ready to like make that jump, right?
Okay. Okay.
And then there's a layer three to this as well, and it's called belief busting ads, right? So in these ads, I like to use my point of view with my meta glasses as this, like showing
Mhm.
that I'm actually paying people, which is a belief busting type of thing, right? But they can also be ads that are simply like, um, can you sell a finance phone? Yes, you can. EcoATM buys them all the time, right? And like you just create multiple ads about questions that most people have, and then answer them, and then you basically run it as an ad for like $1 a day, right?
Okay.
And that's the whole thing. And then it kind of makes a little evergreen tree as well, so it fits the evergreen model.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So this becomes what? At what point? At what stage of the game am I wanting to implement something like this into my business?
Well, number one, when you're serious about your business, that's probably the best place.
Yeah.
Once you start getting serious and you're not just running around buying things on marketplace all day long, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the best time to start implementing a system like this.
Yeah.
Um, and then, yeah, I mean, that would be the best time. But also as soon as possible,
Right.
because um, what you're doing is you're building an invisible list, right,
Mhm.
of people. Like you're not
Mhm.
collecting emails and phone numbers, but you're more or less collecting eyeballs, right, of
Okay.
people that have watched a certain percentage of your first video
Mhm.
and are now interested in the services that you have, right?
Okay.
They showed interest. They gave you 25% of their time on that video,
Mhm.
right? And now you can retarget them based on how much time they watched or how interested they were, right? So if somebody watches 100% of a video, you can actually retarget that person too. And I do this, by the way.
Mhm.
Um, if somebody's watched 100% of my video, they're like a red hot lead most of the
Okay.
time,
Okay.
right? And if
Yeah.
I can retarget that person, if I got 1,000 people that have watched, 100% of my video, that's a big deal,
Yeah.
you know? Like I want to retarget those people heavily, right? But you don't get to that point until a lot later in the game. Your ads have to be running for a while, or you have to spend enough to get in front of enough people to get that to happen faster, right? So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
hope that answers that.
So no, that was good. Um, so what I'm hearing is it sounds like it also like establishes like social presence, like it validates you, it legitimizes you in front of like other people and gives you what, like presence within your respective geographic region, I guess, because
Oh
that's
yeah,
how it's targeted. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it makes you like a celebrity in your area. Yeah,
That's kind of fun.
pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, we Victor talked about that on the podcast a few weeks back about how he was like a local presence and people recognized him at Walmart and stuff. Like you're the guy, you know.
I remember that. That's funny, dude. Um,
I mean Marco and Thomas are both on here. These guys are Recelerator guys.
you're right.
They're both
Yeah.
running these ads right now. I mean, maybe they want to chime in a little bit, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like it's a lot more belief building, and it helps you connect with customers a lot easier and faster. With the generic I buy ads or the static photo ads, one of the main issues we were having a lot of was like people didn't trust you, right? Like they didn't like you had to build the trust, right? You had to like get on the phone with them, or sometimes like people would just wouldn't show up because they were uneasy, right? So like that, I mean, and I noticed that over the years, and I was like, how do I fix this problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Evergreen ads fix that problem because like they walk into Starbucks, they immediately know where I'm sitting, they know where I'm at, they know what I look like, all of that stuff, and it fixed a major problem I had.
Yeah.
So I also noticed a lot less no shows as well, which was pretty cool. Um, so maybe Marco and Thomas can put in the chat. I don't know if you guys noticed. I've had a lot of coworkers see my ad.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean that happens though. Like
That's
that,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, that's good.
Um, yeah. So what was I going to say? um, I'll get back to it. There's a question there. I haven't had people recognize me yet, but definitely see a difference in the confidence that people have in meetups now. Before they would be super dry, showing low emotion, and now they smile. Um,
Heck yeah.
that's cool. So it sounds like it's helping like customer rapport for you, Marco.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of the things it does for sure. Um,
Yeah.
Another thing about the Evergreen ads that is incredibly powerful is the retargeting aspect, like the second layer of retargeting
Hmm.
that we do.
Hmm.
Um, and essentially, what it is like, have you ever clicked on an ad and then immediately afterwards you saw like another ad from a different company, like offering the exact same service?
Oh, entirely.
That ever
All the
happened?
time. All
Yeah,
the time.
right. So you with the Evergreen ads, you can actually create that for yourself, right? Which is a beautiful thing. So let me give an example of this. So um, basically, what's happening is people click on or watch your first Evergreen ad, like the main one, right? The one that is the
Hmm.
top of the tree, right? Like,
Yep.
um, and basically they watch that, click it, and then what happens is like once you have a layer of retargeting ads underneath that, they think it's a different business sometimes. And they'll also like they'll send another message, you'll get another message later from the same person and they're thinking that you're a different business because it's a different ad,
Hmm.
right? So, this happens to me all the time. Like I get double message from people because they think I'm a different person. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm creating, like I'm taking that away from my competitors. Is what's
Hmm.
happening, right? Is like now I'm positioning it to show me instead of them because I'm retargeting them. I'm paying for that very specific person at that point, right? So, because when you're doing the bidding process on Facebook, that's what happens. Is like, especially when you're retargeting, it's like you're in a pool, like you create your own pool of people, right? You get 500 people to watch 25% of your video. Now you can retarget those, 500 people with like $3 a day,
Hmm.
sometimes even $1 a day, right? And
Hmm.
it'll still hit 100 to 200 people per day, but it's only hitting people in that specific like pool of people that have watched your original video, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. I
And then they
think
see you
one
all the time. So,
right, yeah. If they watch 25% of a video, it sounds like they're kind of in the loop then at that point.
well, you guys see this with Mercury all the time. You
Oh
know,
yeah, totally.
like I'm very heavily retargeting phone flippers with Mercury ads. I mean, Marco, Thomas, do you guys see Mercury ads all the time? I'm sure
I
you
see them
do
all. I see them all
because,
the time.
like, yeah, every time you open your phone, there's Aaron's face. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's
that's
probably not that frequent, but it's fairly frequent.
I see it
It's,
all the time, but they're
yeah,
also my ads. So
right. Yeah, I see the ones in my city pretty frequently too, like different people selling
Oh yeah.
electronics because that's what I'm usually looking for, and so Facebook
Yeah.
naturally sends those to me. But I was gonna say that it sounds like people that would respond to these ads because they're already sort of in the market for this kind of stuff, they're looking for it. It sounds
Mhm.
like they'd be better customers than just your random outreach or in some cases even like other types of lead acquisition methods.
Yes. So with the Evergreen ads did fix a major problem that we had, which was like with the typical static ads or the iBuy ads, like you would get random people all the time. There's a lot of scammers,
Yeah, a
like
lot.
people like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Um, but the Evergreen ads definitely like there's a type of people that won't necessarily believe you, right? And what the Evergreen ad does is it bridges that trust gap very quickly because
uh-huh,
they see that you're a real person, you're doing
uh-huh,
real deals, and like they're just seeing you immediately, and therefore it just builds a level of trust that wasn't necessarily there before
uh-huh.
with the other forms of advertising.
Yeah,
And then you layer on the retargeting on top of it, and then it just like it's crazy, right? So
yeah, like a soft introduction to who you are or your business.
yeah, think of it like you're introducing yourself to
Yeah,
people just
I
in
like that.
mass,
Yeah,
right? It's like you go into an elevator and start introducing yourself to just random people and telling them what you do. That's what's happening, right? Like it's just in mass. It's like,
yeah,
hi, my name's Chris. I buy electronics. Here's what I do. Here's how to, message me,
yeah,
and that's what happens, right? So,
yeah,
um, and that's the game. Like it's not crazy hard, right?
yeah,
It's it's just what it is at this point.
yeah.
Um, and it's a basic setup. It's nothing crazy. Like a lot of people overthink it.
Mhm,
I will say the retargeting there's a little more to it than like starting your first Evergreen ad, but
mhm.
like yeah, that's you just got to create the audience and stuff like that, and that's a little more difficult, but it's not crazy hard.
So, my next question for people on the fence or people looking to break into ads, or for even one guy that I recently talked to is like, I'm trying to save up so I can start running ads. And I was like, okay, like, tell me what kind
Marco
of
runs
shape
ads for Marco. He's on the call with us. He runs ads for $5 a day. He gets like 5 leads a day.
that is awesome,
At least that's what
Marco.
he told me last time. I mean, Marco, you can tell me if I'm wrong,
Is
but
that still true, Marco? Let us know. Tell the chat.
let us know
Okay.
in the chat. So,
So, I guess my next question, Chris, is what particular criteria would you say should be in order for someone to start doing something like evergreen ads or maybe just ads in general, but in this case specifically evergreen ads?
so the criteria at this point are, I mean, it's lower than it's actually ever been. You can start an evergreen ad with like 10 to 15 bucks a day. If not,
Yeah,
like you can also start it with $5 a day. Like it doesn't
yeah,
really matter that much. Um, However, you do have to be willing to put yourself on video. Like I would say that's the main thing.
yeah,
And I would say that's probably the main thing that is holding a lot of people back that haven't started it yet either. Is like they're a little nervous to put themselves on on video, right?
right. Yeah,
And that's probably the main thing is they don't want their face out there. Some of the guys have gotten somebody else to do the ad for them, and that's worked,
right.
right? So
Well, I
Marco's
mean,
got
once
about
your
four
face is
leads.
out there, it's for real. See,
It's
oh,
true.
so I've got 4 leads today and a lot of time, 3 more at night. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
Marco, what's your cost per lead, bro, for your evergreen ad?
he says I have to check.
I'll go check.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
think I think
yeah,
that maybe some people who appreciate the anonymity of their business and realize that this puts you in the limelight. And like you're saying, I think some people have a reluctance to step into that illumination or their city. But I guess I would say, guys, the more people that know about your business, the more stuff you can buy, and the more inventory you'll have, and the more money you'll make. So,
what it is. Yeah, man.
right?
Like that's what it is. Is the more people know about you, the that's just the game. At the end of the day, what's up, Wesley?
Yeah. Oh, he's muted.
I don't know. He's not muted. His audio isn't working.
Oh, okay.
Wesley's also running some Evergreen ads. Wesley, you're full time now, right? Oh, hold on. Let me see if your audio is not working, my man. Allow audio. Try it now, dude. Nah, I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. It says you're unmuted, so it's on your side. It's something there. Let's see. Marco says his cost per lead is $1.70. That's awesome. That's great.
That's really good.
It's hard to beat that, Like that's a crazy cost per lead. So yeah, that's
But
awesome.
I would also say, Chris, within Recelerator, you're used to seeing kind of numbers within that respective space. If people are paying a lot for their cost per lead, you like your head always goes tilt. Like, wait, what? That's not right. Because this thing is
well,
dialed. It's dialed.
well, it's one of those things where like we were using ads, the static ads for so long, right?
Yeah.
Um, and they just like everybody started using them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody copies everybody, and like that's the game, right? Everybody copies everybody else's ads. The best marketers copy, right? For the most part, but
True. True
I
enough.
mean, at the end of the day, what ends up happening is you have all these people that just kind of saturate that one method,
Hmm.
um, and over time the method has to change, and that's kind of what happened with the Evergreen ads.
Yeah.
Um, that's what happened with the Google ads, right? That's why I created Google ads, or I didn't create Google ads, obviously, but I
Right.
like put it
Yeah.
out there, and got it going, and then that evolved also to Google My Business, and all of that stuff. Um, so and then we ended up with 8 different ways to get leads, right? So um, that's kind of how it is now. So
Can you hear me now?
yes, sir.
Yeah. There he is.
Okay. Yeah,
What's up,
yeah,
dude?
no, in reference to the yeah, I'm full time, but they still like I gotta work this week, maybe
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, because they asked me to stay because we're gonna head into Art Basel and it's like starting to get busy. And my
Oh
boss is
wow.
like, yo, I need but technically I should be out of work already, but I'm not working all week and I'm full time. I'm working basically from like 9 a.m. till about 8 p.m. But of course, I'm not working all that time.
Yeah.
I'm doing a couple of a meetup or two in the morning. Then I do the logistics, whatever, and list. And then I usually later on, like right around now, up around 5, I got a couple of appointments. And
Heck
yeah, I'm
yeah.
doing great. I'm doing great. And I wanted to hop on because, yeah, the Evergreen ad, I'm running $20 on Google. I'm also doing diabetic. I'm running like, let's say, I'm running $45 a day. I'm running for the diabetic supplies too. And I still have my Evergreen ad at $5 because it's working great. Like I'm like, you know, I get about 4 or 5 leads a day. I'm like, all right, and people see the ad, and not only just from the ad, but I just send it and I post other stuff, and they just come to my page and they're like, hey, I want to sell you this. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
great, man.
Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Thanks
Yeah.
for that find, that glitch in the
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. Accidentally stumbled upon it. Of course, that's how everything works. But yeah, dude, that's good to hear, man. That's great. So yeah, because you are running what, one in Spanish and one in English, right?
Yeah, I have two, so I'm paying 250 per each because I have both of them for the $5 budget.
Oh shoot.
And
Still.
yeah, I've thought about bumping it up, maybe to 10 or 15
I
or
mean,
whatever,
now
but
that you're
it,
full time, I'd highly recommend that. Yeah.
it works so good that I'm just like, well, it's running great,
Hey, you
and
haven't
I'm
even
pretty
added the
busy, man.
retargeting part yet.
And it's working great. I'm like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right
The
on.
Google ads are helping, but I see a lot of Facebook coming in. So I know
Good.
it's like when I go through at the end of the day, I have about 5 or 6 from the Facebook ads. Then I have like another 9 or 10 from the Google ads.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, so you've been running ads for a few years now, Wesley. Like you've also been flipping phones for a few years at this point. What has been the main difference from the regular way that like we started with ads and now with the Evergreen ads? Like, what's the main difference that you see with the customers?
Well, I think like there's like a certain, well, at least with the video ads, I feel that people are more trustworthy. Like they see you talking, and they see a video of you, and it's just a lot easier to lock them in. It's just a lot easier to lock them in because one thing is when a regular ad just pops up, okay, we buy phones. There's no personalization. They're not seeing you. They don't know who you are. It's just somebody on the other end that could be a scammer, that could be whatever. And remember a couple. I tell a lot of people about the little story about the guy that I'm meeting up with, and I send them. I'm like, look, this is me. If anything, I always send them my website, which I come out on. He says, nah, I know who you are. You're famous, man. You're Cash for Phones Miami. I'm like, all
Incredible.
right.
That's
I
amazing.
know who you are. I'm like, all right.
That's
Uh,
hilarious.
uh, I'd say that just helps people be more trustworthy, and
Totally.
people will message me and they're like, "Am I talking to Wesley?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's me," and
I
they
get
they
that
feel like,
too. It's
"Oh
like,
wow, like,
yeah, I get people that are like, "Is this Chris that I'm talking to?" I'm like, yeah, that's me.
It's the
yeah,"
real Chris.
and they feel yeah, they feel, they see you, they know that you're invested in it and whatever you're
Right.
talking. And especially after they see, because I think a lot of people maybe go to the site and they see other videos of me,
Yeah,
and I'm assuming they do that because I would do that. A lot of times an ad pops up for something that I like, or something I'm looking for, SEO, whatever, and I go to the person's site or their Instagram, and if there's not anything there, and the person doesn't have any followers or anything, like I'm like, this guy just popped out and is just trying to sell some course or something. But
yeah.
if you go on and you see that there's followers and there's people actually following and commenting, the
Yeah.
comments help a lot. They see the trust, they click on the ad, they go in, they see that there's people commenting that saying, "Oh, this guy's the man, it's great," whatever. All that just makes it a lot easier for you to close a deal.
Mhm.
It was like before when we were just running either Google ads, that the Google ads were super simple and easy to close, and always have been, but the Facebook ads were not that easy to close
Yeah.
because they're just seeing a screenshot or a little photo, and that's it. There's no comments. There's no, people are used to, in this day and age of technology, they want to see a review. They want to see people that are acknowledging, because anybody can hop online and just try and sell something, sell a service.
Well, I
That's
think
what I
that's why
think.
that's why the Evergreen ad is so good, is because of that comment, like the comment reviews, right? Like those crush, man. Like, I mean, if you look at my school Evergreen ad, that and this is how I actually like came across all of this, was I was looking at my mentor's ads, and her, like, she had so many comments of just like, people commenting really good things, and I was like, how do I get that to happen on like my ads? And then obviously I thought about it and internalized, and I was like, well, I asked people for Google ads, so I could probably just do the same thing for the Facebook ads. Like, it's one of those very basic, simple things. But people
Right.
trust you infinitely more if you have a bunch of good comments below your ad. And that's the first Evergreen ad. Like, that's the top of the tree part of the ad, right? You got one good ad that brings all the other customers in. And then you can just retarget them and stuff like that. But like, that's the main crux of that whole ad, is
Yeah.
get people in, get them to see the reviews, get people to share that specific ad to other people that are just like them, and it's a self-sustaining thing. So, yeah, pretty cool. So, Alex Smiley has a question for Matt.
Go ahead. Is selling as refurbished on eBay worth the risk, warranty, return?
I don't.
Um,
I wouldn't know,
worth
actually.
risking a warranty return. Uh, well, I'm kind of understanding your question. Are you selling refurbished? Like, Are you planning to sell refurbished?
It's not something we really do, honestly.
Like I've looked into selling refurbished, and all the research I've done is like, well, Reddit forums are filled with a bunch of people who are pretty much saying, "Please don't do this. Just don't do it." And I was like, okay, clearly they know more than I do. Um, but selling refurbished does command a higher premium, both on Amazon and on eBay. And I know that there's specific licensing that is required for you to have it. Your question is selling as refurbished on eBay worth risking a warranty return? Warranty return. I'm not like returning the item. Like, what's a warranty return? I'm not really understanding the language. Sorry, it's kind of tripped me up. Maybe you could clarify, and that might help me. And because I don't sell refurbished, I may not even have the right answer because I'm willing to admit that there are things that I don't know about even reselling some electronics.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the answer to this either because I don't sell anything refurbished. Everything is used, broken, no power.
Yeah,
Everything I sell is as is. I don't refurbish anything.
true.
So,
Yeah. I mean, some stuff we sell is also new in box or like new open box.
yeah, but that's
But,
kind of rare. Yeah.
but refurbished would almost be like an advanced version of like fix and flip. And
Yep.
so, sorry, if you sell as refurbished on eBay, you give a customer, yeah, if I did sell refurbished on eBay, would I be providing a warranty? Well, yes, of course, because you can, because now there's a precedent to know that you've basically gone under the hood. You've made that thing like new, but it's used, but you've made it like new. So you've probably replaced components that had to be like re-upped to make it like, fit that standard as refurbished because there are different standards for different items. And again, I've looked into that. But yes, if I were selling that stuff new, because if I'm the customer, that's what I want. Like if I'm the customer and I'm buying something refurbished, am I going to really think about getting a warranty? Yes, of course. And so my suggestion would be like, for sure. I hope that's helpful.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean, I probably would offer a warranty, but
Neither Chris nor I are like real fix and flip kind of guys. We're just like, buy it, get it gone.
yeah,
Rinse
that's
and
the whole
repeat.
game.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any questions before we kind of finish this up and get ready for the console call? Okay. I know this podcast is like midday when everybody's at work, so but it's all good. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you want to be on the podcast live, we do the podcast currently at 12 p.m. on Fridays, Central Standard Time, and then 3:30 p.m. or 3 p.m. On Tuesdays.
Yep.
And then it's obviously put on YouTube after that. But also check the description and stuff below. Sell us some devices at Mercury. And with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this thing up and get ready for the Recelerator console call. So hope you guys have a great. See you guys later. Bye.
See you guys.